in all of our hearts. And think about this. God would not have given you that dream. He would have not have put that promise in your heart if He didn't already give you everything you need to see it come to pass. So one of the first steps is you got to see yourself as being equipped. You got to go around telling yourself, I'm anointed, I'm equipped, I'm empowered, I'm well able to do what God's called me to do. It may not look like it in the natural, but I know when I believe, all things are possible. So you need to know, I like to think of it like this. God has already laid out in your future the right people, the right breaks, the right opportunities. Maybe you're going to need wisdom. Well, God's already laid out that wisdom. Maybe you're going to need a new building, or you're going to need a new contact. God's already got them somewhere in your future. And so if you'll just keep walking forward in faith, being your best each day, then one day you'll just walk into what God's already laid up for you. The blessing, the favor, the right person. So know today that God's got it all planned out. The Scripture says God knows the end from the beginning. And you may think, well, Joel, God must not care about me because I'm having a problem. I've got this sickness, or I'm having this legal situation. But you know what? God never said we wouldn't have difficulty. He said, I'll give you strength to stand strong in the midst of that difficulty. He said, I have armed you with strength for every battle. And really, what faith is all about is believing that even though things may not be going my way, that God has something good in the future. I mean, anybody can be happy when everything's going their way, but when the economy's down and business is slow, it takes a person of faith to say, I'm not going to get a chip on my shoulder. I'm not going to spend the next 2 years depressed and discouraged. I'm going to believe that God has something good in my future. Like we were singing about, that God is going to turn it around in my favor. So you've got to learn to just get up every day and say, you know what, God, it may not have gone my way last week. May have had some people treat me wrong growing up, but this is a new day. God, I know you always have the final say, and you said you've got plans for me that are good and not evil, to give me a future and a hope. So you got to keep that future in front of you. I've been telling you all year, but we're not going to have an average year. We're going to have a supernatural year. Supernatural breaks and supernatural connections, supernatural healings, supernatural breakthroughs. You've got to get your faith out there for your year of Jubilee. Let's just believe and stay in faith. And we love you guys. We want to see you, every one of you, come into your promised land. I know you love God. I know you take time to honor Him. So keep your faith up. That's what causes God to work. We're going to take a moment to pray today. I've met some people that have some very serious needs in their life. And whether you have something big or small, if there's something that's concerning you, don't go home with a heavy heart. I'd love to pray for you. During this next song, there'll be prayer partners at the front of your section. If you need prayer, come on down. The rest of us, we're going to continue to worship the Lord. But glad to have you here.